Everyone, it is 8:30 on Friday, June the 17th, and it's time for our morning briefing. Snapshot of the region this morning. We have some updated numbers for the unaccompanied children. We did receive a updated bulletin from the National Terrorism Advisory System, and that runs through November. We should see that. Click on the link. Updated numbers from the ongoing damage assessments in Texas. And as of yesterday, we also received a IA PBA request for the state of Oklahoma for 4 counties for the June flooding. And we have one new fire management grant request as of last night. We'll talk about that here in just a moment as we switch over to the Geo platform this morning. So today, the first thing we're going to talk about is the Doghead Fire out in New Mexico. This fire started on the 14th, and on the evening of the 15th, this was the extent of the fire. On the 16th, the fire was this, about 12,000 acres. And last night's aerial imagery showed the fire like this. The 2 little towns here have been evacuated, about 250 people. There's the extent of the evacuation. Fire is currently about 16,000 acres and 0% contained. Forestry is reporting 24 residents have been destroyed and 21 other structures. These 2 towns here, Edgewood and Moriarty, both of those have about 2,000 people in their population-wise. Good thing is the winds are going to be light over the next several days, although the temperatures are going to be near 100 during the daytime and near 60 at night. The winds will be shifting from the north around to the west and then easterly on Sunday. So the good news is that that will help contain the fire to the area that it is right now and help our firefighters get a handle on that. Now we'll switch over to the main map this morning, and we have national at level 4 steady state. As of yesterday at noon, the regional watch went to enhanced watch. The RRCC is not activated. Our state EOCs are at level 4, except for Louisiana, which is at CAT team, crisis action team, and New Mexico went to level 2 yesterday. Looking at our management teams this morning, Team 1 is still in Texas. Team 2 will be returning from EMI, and Team 3 put together yesterday a 3-person team went to New Mexico. Looking at shelters this morning, New Mexico has 2 for 47 occupants. Texas is down to 8 shelters and 286 occupants. Power outages this morning. Arkansas 3,400, and that has remained steady for the last 24 hours. Louisiana 250, down from 3,600 in the last 24 hours. New Mexico 26, down from 1,000. Oklahoma 100, down from 600, and Texas 1,500, down from 9,100. Looking at our chat window here, Earl reports we have lots of coverage in the media clips. Randy from New Mexico, it's dry out there in the land of enchantment. You betcha, sir. Now we're going to turn it over to Matthew to tell us more about the weather.
All right, thank you, Paul, and good morning, everyone. Looking on the map today, Everything in orange that you see is a heat advisory, which means that heat indice values will exceed 105 and typically stay a little bit less than 110. But the pink shaded areas around Oklahoma City and Tulsa mean an excessive heat advisory or excessive heat warning that's in effect there for heat indices that will eclipse 110, possibly up to 115. So a little bit more dangerous there. Out in New Mexico, we still have an IMET deployed to the Doghead Fire, and upcoming for New Mexico, we could see some heat, and talk about that, how it plays out climatologically for that in a little bit. On the next slide, we show the 5-day rainfall forecast, and you can see over South Louisiana, a lot of Gulf moisture will be funneling into that area. So some areas, especially around southeast Louisiana and into New Orleans, could see in excess of 2 inches for the next 5 days. Nothing out of the normal, but just a little on the excessive side there. And river gauges over East Texas still remain up, but none of this rainfall is going to lead to any additional rises. On our next slide, we have the Hurricane Center has reintroduced a 20% chance for the tropical storm development in the southwest corner of the Gulf of Mexico. And if you look on the threat matrix, I included heat. We normally don't put that on there. But talking with the Albuquerque Weather Forecast Office there, and they were doing some climatological comparisons with the heat that's upcoming, they are going to be at or near record level heat Saturday through Tuesday, which is very unusual. The last time they were this hot at this time frame was 2003. So that's 13 years since they've seen this kind of heat. So that's why I kind of put it on there that this is kind of rare, very rare for the New Mexico area, and it doesn't bode well for the fire out there with those kind of conditions. And for today, there is a isolated severe chance of some thunderstorms over Arkansas. Damaging winds and hail are the primary threats. Tornadoes are not in this threat. Then for tomorrow, just run-of-the-mill afternoon popcorn, showers and thunderstorms across the area, nothing too heavy. And for Sunday, more of the same. May see that's when the moisture is going to start pushing into the Gulf or the South Louisiana time frame is this weekend, starting Saturday, and then in Sunday, adding up to roughly about that 2 inches we mentioned earlier. And then on the final slide, the only thing there, everything's quiet with space weather, and that's all I have. So if anybody has any questions or comments, I'll entertain them now.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that. Any questions for the Weather Service? You know what to do. In the meantime, let's take a look at our trivia question for today. It is also Cherry Tart Day, Flip-Flop Day, and Eat Your Vegetables Day. Anyone want to take a shot at how many acres are burned each year? Alright, I'm starting to see a couple of answers come in. The answers are coming in, and it is 1.2 million acres. And there's a picture from Albuquerque looking at the Doghead Fire. All right, any questions